Funny thing happened to me on the way here this evening. I was driving along, notes in one hand, holding the steering wheel with the other, when a gust of wind came from I don't know where, blew my notes out of my hand straight through the window, and there was my speech. So I showed up this evening and said to the contest chair, I have no speech. I cannot go on. He said to me, you must be joking. You must go on. By the way, what is your speech about? And I said, lame excuses that men make. Contest chair, esteemed judges, fellow competitors, Toastmasters and guests, good evening. Lame excuses that men make, particularly when it comes to marriage. I have a top 10. Number 10. Honey, it's not that I don't love you, but we need to accumulate some more money. We need a house. I know you want a big wedding, and it's $2,500 just to rent the aquatic club for the reception. So let's hold off on this wedding a while. Excuse number 10. Then comes number 9. That evil witch of an ex-wife has not signed the papers, so my divorce is not final. I cannot marry you as yet. Let's hold off and see. By the way, it takes some more than 5 years to sign the papers. Number 8. Well, honey, you know that marriage is a lifetime decision, and I want our marriage to last. I don't want to end up in the family court. So let's take time and make sure that we are compatible with each other and all is well between us. You know that excuse, don't you, ladies? Number 7. Well, I know you want a church wedding. And ever since I did what I should not have done in the back of the church, and the pastor complained to my father who cursed him out, I feel very uncomfortable every time I step into a church. So I don't think we'd be able to manage that church wedding. In fact, maybe we should just put it off until I feel more comfortable going into the church. So how about number 6? Well, honey, you know I have several siblings. I have an older brother and an older sister, and they're not married as yet, and this thing has to go in sequence. So as soon as they are married, then we can begin to talk a little more about marriage. Or how about number 5? Well, you see, 5 years ago my mother went to the States, and you know how close we are. I really would want her to be at my wedding. But the problem is, the papers ain't come through yet. So we have to wait until she gets her green card, and then she can come home for the wedding. That could take upward of 10 years. So we move right along to number 4. And I need to pause with this one so that you can understand. Because you see, it is not so much that I'm afraid of commitments, you know. I'm a committed person. I'm committed to my job. I'm committed to our relationship. I really love you. But, you know, good things really take time. And I want us to be committed to knowing each other and understanding each other. By the way, close on the heels of that comes number 3. How are we so sure that you can actually make children? How are you so sure that we can make children? Will we be good parents? Let us hold a while and see if we can have a child. And maybe if we can have a child, then we will contemplate going the next step. Now, we know how that one goes. 4 children, 5 children later, we're still contemplating whether we are really going to be good parents. And then there comes number 2. Well, honey, I don't know if I ever told you this story, but when I was a baby an Obia woman came to my mother's house. And she told my mother, if I ever got married, is trouble for my wife for the rest of her life. She will see no ends of heartache. Not from me, you know, but from the evil spirits. And I don't wish that on you. I don't want you to live in torment. So let's live together like we are living now, and I'm sure things will go along nicely. We can avoid the marriage and all the heartache for you. And then my favorite, number one. I have a friend named Jimmy. And Jimmy told me one day, he said, Nigel, when I was a young boy and we lived in the country, my father had sheep and goats. And our neighbor used to rear cows. And my father always said, Jimmy, I will never buy a cow. Not when I can get the milk free. So Jimmy adopted that as his philosophy. He said, Nigel, there's no way I am going to buy a cow when I can get the milk free. And that's my top 10. But, by the way, if you see a slim young lady with a white pants and a pretty top looking for Nigel Scott, tell her for me, please. He got a scholarship to go to Cuba and he'll be gone for 7 years, so she can stop planning the wedding now. You can't